This is Face to Face. I'm your host, Kelly McIntyre, and I'm sitting face to face with Edie Strachen. You're running in Ward 4.
I am.
And maybe tell the viewers a little bit about why you're running.
I'm a transportation enforcement officer in my day job, and I'm used to serving the public, and I think it's a really good extension. It's something that I can do to help the broader community of Milton.
And give us a little bit about your background.
I'm a bit of a political activist. I really believe in strong communities. Communities matter, people matter, those kinds of things. That's important to all of us.
And what would you say, if you're looking back on your career to date, what would you say one of your biggest accomplishments or the proudest moments would be so far?
Oh my goodness, probably.
Or top two?
I would say probably my volunteer work in my community, both here and back home where I'm originally from. Yeah, I love giving to my community, and it's just that wonderful feeling that you get when you do that.
So Edie, if you hear the term Old Milton and New Milton, should there in fact be one Milton?
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, it's nice to see the strengths of different parts of our community, but together we are one Milton.
Definitely. Now we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to be back with more with Edie on Face to Face in just a moment. Welcome back to Face to Face. I'm Kelly McIntyre, and Face to Face, running in Ward 4, Edie Strachen. Now, I'm going to ask you, what do you think your key strengths are coming into this election?
100% my community involvement. The ability to go out and bring people a message and say, you know what, this is what's going on in our community. These are the things we need to be proactively looking at so that we're not reacting to problems.
And now, how will you've got sort of a community solutions background, how will this help you moving forward if you're voted into Ward 4?
I do a lot of outreach with people to get messages out, important messages. You know, things like on a broader scale, our pension plan. But on a community scale, you know, our housing issues, our parking issues, our road issues, those kinds of things. And people want to know and they need to know, and as a public servant, you have to bring that to them.
And Edie, how do you feel about accessibility and availability, whether you're in the election process or you're voted in, that people can actually connect with you?
Oh, absolutely. If you're serving the public, you have to be accessible to them. So I'm a little bit old school, but I'm getting into the whole web presence and all of those kinds of things. But absolutely, if you pick up the phone to call your counselor, you should expect a return call within 24 hours.
And if communities are like people, and they've all got different personalities, what would you say our town of Milton, what that personality is, our signature personality is versus other cities?
What I personally like about Milton and what brought me here was that warm, welcoming feeling. You know, when I walk downtown Milton, I feel like I belong.
You know what? We're going to leave it at that for just a moment. We're going to be back with more with Edie Strachen and running in Ward 4. I'm Kelly McIntyre on Face to Face. Welcome back. I'm Kelly McIntyre on Face to Face. Now, my next question to you, Edie, would be if you had your Ward 4 running mates in front of you, what question would you ask them?
What kind of community involvement are you going to bring to the table? Like, how are you going to engage constituents to be a part of their community, other than, you know, living here and working there, but participating in how our community is going to be developed and where it is now and where we want it to be?
And looking at Ward 4, what are some things that are important to you to bring to that election? And if you're voted in to that term, would it be heritage? Would it be transit? Give us an idea of what the flavor of what your platform would be.
You know, Milton is growing so quickly, and I find that some areas are getting kind of crowded and a little bit condensed, and I think we have to look at that and learn from that and consider that in our future developments. You know, A lot of people are commuting from Milton to downtown. You know, we have to think of our infrastructure, our GO Transit, our public transit, our roads. All of those things are an integral part of a thriving community.
And maybe tell us something we don't know about you, Edie. Interests
Oh
or
my
hobbies
goodness. I'm originally from the East Coast, and you know, I came to Ontario.
Do you play fiddle?
No, bagpipes.
Okay, there's something.
And I was actually quite transient. I didn't really find a home until I came to Milton, and now that I'm here to stay.
And feel that you could make a difference if voted into Ward 4?
Absolutely.
And if people want to connect with you or find out more information, where can they go, or can they email questions?
Yes, I do have a website that should be up and running, pardon the pun, by Friday. It's ourmiltonmatters.ca, and people can always reach me. My phone number's on there, my email address is on there, ourmiltonmatters@gmail.com.
And you know what, we'll leave it at that. Our Milton does matter. And
yes.
These interviews and getting to know the candidates is so important. Thank you, Edie, for going
Thank
face-to-face with me.
Pleasure.
Great meeting you. I'm Kelly McIntyre. This is Face to Face, only on Milton Today TV.